It's a bad place, it's lit, but there's a very dark side to it. Obviously, when you're involved in the drug life and the gangster life, you have certain men that are trying to pitch on your turf. There's problems, do you know what I mean? And it ends up being beef, and there's been full-on beef in our area.
Trilly, talk to me. Where are we right now?
We're on the Deuce Black, baby. We're on back. This is AKA Backline, also known as Backline. So we have Frontline, which is the opposite street. And these are just like infamous streets in Fields where a lot of people used to congregate, hang out. Like, where you going? I'm on Backline, meet me on Backline. It was just always this is just the hangout spot. This is just the headquarters. So it's like our end, it's different here because it's different to how London is set up, but then there's a lot of similarities as well, to be honest, because we have like our blocks and our houses quite close but still apart at the same time. So with this, it's just like, it's more houses around here, 1-2 stories, a couple of bedrooms, and then you've got like the tower blocks and the flats a little bit further down as well. I feel like London is just a bigger version of Leicester, because certain places I'm in London and I'm like, oh my God, that looks just like there, or there's certain places that I like Highfields, there's certain places and I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm riding through certain hoods, like, oh, this is like Beaumont Lees, or this is like Rowletts, or this is like places that we know. So you just have similarities in terms of like the structure of the properties there. This is a predominantly Indian / like, we have a lot of Indian and Pakistanis here in Highfields. It's like a Muslim community. When our parents first came here 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it was very black. Like, there's a lot of black people here.
Well, predominantly Caribbean, would you say?
Yeah,
or like,
predominantly Caribbean and small island.
Yeah,
Jamaican, Montserratan, Antigua, Barbuda, like small islands. A lot of small islands came here to Leicester. And then slowly over time, I feel like they moved us out because it was bad, man. Like, it was a bad area, innit? So I think slowly they got shifted. Yeah, they shifted us, probably after this big houses. Same like in London now, a lot of people are moving out of London just to get an extra bedroom. No, so a lot of people started moving out. Many stayed put, like, we ain't moving because we just love it here and it's a community that we know. Others took the opportunity, and then now it's just kind of like, it's not as black as it used to be. But it is still, do you know what I mean? But at one point it was like,
predominantly.
We had so many black businesses here, black owned, like community centres, pubs, all them kind of things.
Just all them
like,
different kind of social
like, it was proper.
Real street shit, they've been waiting to hear. That real block shit got niggas living in fear.
Oh, wow. Bob, shut up, man. Why is she doing? Bam Bam's always doing the most, bro. Not to entertain Bam Bam. You alright, Bam? Yeah, man, come on. You don't know. Yes, come on. Just cool now. What? But yeah, listen, me lose little of mine, but we move.
I'll stop.
Girl.
Solo, no time for a bozo. No, can't get my pussy, you a hoe, bro. Ghosted for a sec, but I ain't never lost my mojo.
So I didn't really start venturing to London till I was like 22. Quite older, kind of enough girls, they was linking at 16, 17, going London on the coach. I weren't never interested. I was just doing my thing here, just grinding, grafting, doing music. But then I got to an age I wanted to start taking music more seriously. And that's when I started to go London more. My oldest sister, her baby father, he was like linked to some people. So he was just like, look, I was Pinky at the time. She's coming over, just look out for her. That's how I met like Corleo and Snap. That's how I met Jam, a couple of people from London, East London, Jam, LCM lot, Victor, RIP as well. I met a few of the Fields man them through Jam as well. And yeah, just started to slowly build my network and just do it the right way as well. Like, I wasn't just trying to link man or be around man with money and just be out here just being like loose stepping, because man don't respect girls like that anyway, do you know what I mean? I was just on a music thing. Every hood that I go to is very similar to my own, innit? So it's like when people realise like, Rah, she's cool, people can be a bit weary because they don't know who you're talking to from this area. Obviously, you're in Tottenham and Hackney and do you know what I mean? There's a lot that goes on. Yeah. Exactly, but because I'm just cool, I just keep myself to myself. I don't indulge in all of that fuckery. People just know like, Rah, nah, Trillary, she's a real one, she's doing her thing.
I saw you speak about like you've had a few experiences where like some music producers, or I don't know, someone in the industry you felt made you uncomfortable.
It's happened a few times.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
I lose respect for any man who makes me feel uncomfortable as a woman, because women are everywhere and they're very pretty these days, and they don't always have, they're not always fully clothed. Like we have to be able to express ourselves without being like, well, she looks a certain way, so that's why a man can come and try drape her up or touch her. Do you understand what I'm saying? But Nah, man, sometimes you could just be in a studio and people are being a bit inappropriate. Sometimes you can just be having a conversation or DMs or, you know, you go to the studio and then you don't get your music back or it ends up being like, oh, so what are you saying? So when we going out then, and then, yeah, there's even certain things I can't even really speak on, to be honest, but you just live and you learn, really.
How do you
It's
deal
fucked
with that
though.
situation in the moment? Like, you know, say the man saying, oh,
What
you're
can
not
you
getting your
do?
music back.
Keep it moving, man.
Serious.
It's either that or it's a bad up thing. Obviously, if it's in London, like, it's mad bringing the goons up there, and I just keep it moving more time. Like, it's not even worth it. You're gonna take the L because you're just not gonna be someone who I work with. You're not gonna be someone who I respect moving forward.
Real art, girl, me not regular. Enough man, I ring off the cellular.
Where are we at right now?
This was the first primary school I went to. I went to 2. This is the first primary I went to. This is Medway. If you came from Highfields, you probably either went to Medway, Uplands, or Highfields Primary. There's a few around here, but this is the one that I went to. This is Medway. We call this area Medway. This is Medway School. And yeah, I had a classroom. One of my classrooms was right there. Yeah. They used to have like a milk tin in it. And they put like pounds, 20p's in there. I tried a thing and my mum, no, I remember it vividly. I tried a thing and it was all in my pocket, but someone's bedding me out, yeah, obviously. It was all mad, yeah. Miss Bevan, I'm sure it was Miss Bevan, she caught me, so. It was very cultural. It wasn't just bog standard dinners. We used to have a lot of Indian food here as well, and it would all have been halal as well, because obviously most of the children that attended this school were Indian Muslims, yeah.
Are you still friends with any of your friends from primary school?
Not really, no, not this primary school. But if I'm honest, if it wasn't gang, I wasn't like hanging with you.
When you say, like, when you talk about your life when you was rolling gang life, is these okay?
Gang members.
Okay, none of them went to
killing
school.
people, gang members, but everyone had a crew. No, I don't know. I'm sure London would have been the same. Like,
What was it like, bro? Like, I can't.
Mad. It was
Really?
mad. Girls, like on a normal day here, 30 man. Yeah, Medway. This is it.
How many of you was in the girl gang though? How many chicks? Like
30.
30 chicks.
30. At
Fuck.
least 30.
You lot was all on
Other
badness.
girls from other ends that were kind of like we had the foundation,
Like the affiliates.
and then we had affiliates that would still claim CWA Red Hair when we were sliding, but obviously there was just the main gal, me, Lem, Shov, Shay, Miss Fire, Yolanda, Destiny.
Mad.
And we had some fighters. I remember like we used to
You lot was in
go
bare
after
beef.
school when we was older. We would link up.
What's
like,
this
girls
strip
that
here?
was fighting round here, up and down, like just active, bare people. Everyone's rushing. Look what's going on. And then you get me, the girls, what? And then it's mad. So many memories, man. Good times though.
Has anybody from school ever hit you? Like, raw, actually, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Did they hit you?
Yeah, I get random messages. Like you said, I had one the other day, and some girl messaged me. She's like, I remember you telling me at school you was gonna do music.
How did that make you feel?
It was good.
You must
She was
have felt like-
like she was like, I remember you telling me, like you said it, like I see you doing your thing. So who's in a blue mark? Who's in a blue mark? Yeah, someone just let about 4 men in there. Did you just see that? You lot weren't even watching. They just went from here across here, but obviously they're looking in it, like the cars. That's what I'm saying. Did you see who it was?
Maybe,
Just
don't bring the
check
you.
though.
Wait, don't bring the you. Oh my god.
No. It's not a madness like that, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Are you still in beef? Because obviously, like when you're in them situations, it's not really easy to leave.
it's
fam.
not really beef, but it's active. Like obviously, if you pull up in fields, it's a problem in it. Like there's the man, like it's not even half the man that are gonna be out here, so it's not that. But at the same time,
It can get cracking.
Yeah, the
We
youth
say-
have beef. Not really no one here. We're all kind of older. There's other youths that aren't even here now that do have beef.
Londoners, like even myself, we always have this perception of people outside of London that they're really on nothing or they don't know. So talk to me, let me know, like back in the day, what was it really like, man?
Yeah, it's always active, man. Always active. Even from a youth, man, like, man can just talk about typical shit, like man hearing man bust off and all them kind of thing there. You know what I'm saying? Walking around, you start off a youth, man, 5 years old, you get me? You got all the elders on the front line and that. Yo, here little man, here's a 20 quid, go shop, boom, boom, boom. You seen cats about, we've took a little walk, you seen there's cats about. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of good shit, man. You get me? And then you hit a certain age and then you get involved in your own problems and It's not just London that I got guns and that, you know. Like,
What was that
everywhere.
moment where you realised that, no, I need to get out of here. I can't live here no more.
Why? Probably the second time I came out of jail.
Yeah.
Probably that. Get me? Going to jail for the second time, like, yeah, you start clocking like this is just, it's gonna be an in and out thing. You see him, life is in there, you know what I mean? You see a man that are older that have been through the loop. They know, you know what I'm saying? They know the outcome, so they reason with you and whatnot. Show you a little bit of game. But yeah, I came out. Obviously, I had my youth and that clocked, yo, we've got to flip it up. There's a million ways to make dough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Million ways.
And even seeing Trillary, yeah, like on her journey and being in the music scene, how does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? You're
Proud, of
yeah.
course. Come on, man. Like, man started off me, Pinky, the Beavers, Utes in the park spitting. Yeah. Pinky's lining us up. You lot line up. Spit bars, yo, we're putting it on YouTube. And now look, she's fucking, I'm in Penn listening to on the radio, bro.
That's mad.
You know what I'm saying? That's nuts, innit? That's a proud moment for the hood, fam.
What's the mad
like in the ends.
Yeah, I seen on the block.
Yeah. So obviously where we started off,
yeah.
man used to have some qualms with some youths. Them man had numbers, hella numbers, like 30, 40. You probably can imagine what kind of people I'm talking about. But yeah, them man had bare numbers. And we're there on backline, we're getting riled up by the olders. Yo, you man, stand your ground, yo, do your thing, boom, boom, boom. And like 40 of these youths just popped up on us. And one of the youths just got his arm lashed off.
You're chatting shit.
Lashed off.
Arm gone.
Screaming, man, I looked. Yeah. And I remember my pops came back, so obviously, like, a couple of us blew back to my mum's, dying. Oh, yeah, yo, trust me, my man got him good, boom, boom, boom. And then my dad came in like, yo, you know that youth's on his way out?
Fuck.
Huh? What are you on about? Yeah, man. There's 12 of us in it, my family. There's 11 boys, 1 girl. The eldest brother, he's doing a 35. You get me? So, he's gone. You get me? And man got like 3 brethren that I passed. Swan, rest in peace. Dante, and my cousin just recently passed like a year ago. So they're kind of triggers as well, no matter what hood you come from, that them kind of things happen in your life. You start asking questions, you know what I'm saying? You start thinking, all right, what kind of direction is my life going, you know what I'm saying? I think that don't discriminate, no matter where you're from, you know what I mean?
The fucked up thing about our area is when it comes to crime, when you're from Highfields, you get more years than other people for the same crime.
Really?
We've been seeing this for a long time. It's like they're almost punishing us for things that our elders have done and certain crimes that man might have done and got away with. They're giving you more years than you should be getting, but it's probably because all the other things we couldn't get you for, we've got you here now.
Yeah. We're gonna make you suffer.
Exactly. So.
But why do you think that is though? Do you think it's just because they want to send a message?
Highfields it's been bad. Like it's a bad place. It's lit, but there's a very dark side to it. And obviously, when you're involved in the drug life and the gangster life, like there's glamorous, the girls, the money, good times, being able to look after your family, looking fly. Do you know what I mean? And then there's the other side where people are gonna come and want to rob you or jack you in a club. You have confrontations. You have certain men that are trying to pitch on your turf. There's
all that
problems.
mad
You know what I mean? And it ends up being beef, and there's been full-on beef all around these areas. We used to have like black versus Indian beef.
Bamba.
And it was mad because there was a lot of them, and there was a lot of us, and I didn't even know why it was happening. We've been down here, and there's 80 to 100 man in all different areas, like scattered out, and it's just mad fighting. They'll meet up down here, have a big fight there in the ball court. Like it's just crazy. Sometimes people got stabbed. One of my brothers got stabbed one time. Obviously, people get stabbed, people stab.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it's mad because we all live here together. And then there's certain times where it's got mad, and that's what's been crazy. But that happened every summer consistently. Dotty, I'm talking about. Remember when there used to be like black versus Indian beef? Imagine how crazy that used to be. And we was always outnumbered. Or they'll try catch a man walking to the block and rush him, and then obviously man's gonna come back and be like, yo, and then man come back and it just.
So how did that die down? Like, is it because people moved away, or like how did it die down? Do you not truce or whatever?
People moved away and it got too technical. Like there's too much else.
Yeah, are you gonna beef, man?
That's mad.
Obviously, we'll get to a point, and then we'll end up getting wet off. Then we'll come out.
Yeah, the olders will come to our olders and talk like when
Okay,
they're doing the
okay.
madnesses. But then when they're talking to our olders, they're trying to fight, man. It's mad. I swear down. It's just, bro, man, I'm telling you.
Every summer it's gonna go up.
And that was for years. Imagine that growing up is actually crazy. With the girls, it wasn't too bad, but there was certain man that was trying to hit the gal as well, bro. Think about it. Not from our side either. Do you get it?
That's
but there
fucked
was
up, man.
like, yeah, it's been mad round here. But that was just, luckily, no one ever died in any of that. It was just more fist fighting. Sometimes there'd be like a stabbing or maybe some bats, or they'd come down with machetes waving them around or whatever, but there was never no like fatalities or anything like that. It was more
pressure on you, not
yeah, nah, definitely.
If you're
We
talking
can't even
about,
talk too much, but these are the tower blocks. We used to come around here because
Is this where you was recording?
Nah, we
Oh, this is not the one.
around here.
You spent a lot of time in Jamaica.
I knew that I was gonna bring that up.
When? Where? Tell me everything, because I need to know.
I didn't like winter. I don't like the cold. I really didn't feel England that much.
So you was there?
I wasn't feeling England, man. It was just dead. It was dry, same drama, same bullshit. Like, it just wasn't inspiring for me. And obviously, I've been going to Jamaica since I was young because I'm just Jamaican. I'm half Jamaican. My mum's Jamaican, so she's always took me there. So, yeah,
Whereabouts
I just
in
wanted to
JA?
go. A place called Negril.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Negril. One of the guys I used to see got shot. I just heard.
What, in JA? Mad.
Him and his brethren.
What's the man them in JA like in comparison to your Ellie niggas? Like,
God, mad. Still similar, like you got a short one, a tall one, a light skin one, a curly one, a funny one, a fat one. There's loads of people in it, but in Jamaica it's just raw, like it's mad. There's no cameras, there's no roads, there's no street. There's roads but like no streets. But sometimes you're just walking off a road but not even on a pavement. Just, do you get it? Like it's just completely different.
are you quite spiritual?
Yeah.
When did you get into spirituality?
I'd say it's always been there, but I definitely, from like my early 20s, I definitely started to tap into it more.
Do you feel like tapping into that has opened a new lane for you and changed your mindset a lot?
Definitely.
In what way?
Every way. The way I eat, the way I think, the way I make my music now, the kind of people I'm around, the kind of guys I'm entertaining, or like actually knowing when to walk away, not waiting, like just saying, like seeing this is a bit mad. Like same with women, friendships, like people in the industry, like there's a lot in it. Like you just have to trust your intuition.
Yeah, no, of course, man.
And a lot of the times we're blinded by the social media, by not having the right diet, by just not seeing things for what they are sometimes, you know what I mean? So I feel like when you strip yourself away from a lot of things and give yourself time to actually think and get to know yourself, you start to see a lot of like things. You get to know yourself. It's deep. But everyone's on a different level, innit? That's
true,
like a whole different conversation, but
that's a whole different.
if you know what. We got the woke gang. A lot of them follow me. I see a lot of them on Made You Think as well. Like in comments, sometimes I'm reasoning with them about certain things. Some people know. Some people are like, why are you using that Turkish evil eye? I'm just like, really? The emojis and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. But
It's all part of the plan.
if you know, innit?
Big fuck off Blaze, no fucking Stanleys. Ramsey come in handy, make a thing hold that if she want bang me. Baby 9 in the spin thing plan A, with the shank thing plan B. Niggas still trying to blam me, I roll with death like Billy and Mandy. But I don't know about capping, whapping the face, I was almost crapping. Got that drop, I was outside camping with a dot as K, no ramping. I don't wanna talk too much, if I had the hand thing, then man would have had him. Had to skirt when man was lacking, but go time when man was
Triller, serial killer, soul spiller, raw gun driller. Enough we get pill up. Name ring bells way before Triller. Stepped in murder. Enough Tina's in there when I turn up. Might see me in the bricks like burner. Fact, real cash earner.